It's more Madden Ultimate Team. Alright. Sorry, I was looking at something on Snapchat. I was added into this like group chat. I was just really confused. I thought that said 6 for a minute. I was like, wait, what? Alright, so I clearly have not played Madden in quite a while. That's really expensive. And so is that. Alright, so we'll just get draft badges and stuff. Except that I didn't purchase anything. I'm a Jets fan. That's a friggin' waste of a pick. What's the one? Alright. So this is the video. Um, yeah. Alright. Guys, so I did just see. I feel like I'm gonna need the 94 first. Alright. Oh well. I did just see Avengers Infinity War with 4 of my friends, and my oh my, that is a really good movie. It's a little weird though, because like I can't really stay off Instagram for like all these like days since it came out, even though it was like what, only 2. Um, but so basically, I mean, I saw like some pictures and like some stuff that was saying, "Wow, like you're really not gonna expect what you're getting." So that left me a little, confuzzled. I was like, "Well, why not?" So after watching the movie, it's really not what I expected. But really quick, just so you guys know, there are going to be spoilers. I said it out loud. It's clearly in the title. It's in all caps. If you watch it, do not complain that I spoiled the movie for you. If you watch the stream, because I have already mentioned now twice in the title, and I've said it, and I'm still continuing to talk about it. There are going to be spoilers. All right, so there you go. So anyway, went to go see today. It was really good. Um, Phenomenal film. I just alright. So basically, the beginning was the whole trailer with Loki and Thanos. Now, really quick, I'm just gonna explain my. I'll explain the movie, and then I'll explain the theory my friends and I came up with, and like kind of that stuff. So basically, the movie was they're basically 3 separate teams. Now, if you watch the trailers, you would know one team is we're calling the New York team, which is holy fucking shit. That's a giant ass centipede. Hold up, boys. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Wait, where the fuck did it go? Holy shit, guys, the thing was like this friggin' big. Can you bring the vacuum down? It was a giant ass centipede. Yeah, right now. And it's by the VR. It was like on the VR box. Alright, I think I see it. Yeah. Yeah. It's on the VR box. Oh, in Dad's closet. Stupid. Hurry! Hurry! Hurry, hurry, hurry! Give it to me. No, I don't need the attachment. Fuck, where'd it go?
Use the attachment to push the box out.
Check the other side of the leg. Or did you see it go under the box?
I didn't.
Did it move? Boys, this is crazy.
This is rap savage crazy.
Tony, the thing was huge. Where the fuck did it go? Like, where does this shit even fucking come from? Where is it?
Is it behind the fuck app? Is it behind
No,
the
because
VR
it went
box?
like over here.
Give me the attachment.
I already moved it. Make sure it doesn't like run behind. Bruh. Oh wait, my phone keeps vibrating.
If it was as big as you were telling me, I would keep the attachment on so you don't have to get that close to it.
I want to make sure it gets sucked in. Bruh, I hate bugs. Oh my god. Is it coming out the back? Bruh. Dude. I'm bugging.
Literally bugging. See it?
No.
You get it?
No, I don't see it. Just trying to see if I can spook it. Anything?
Oh shit, it's over here. It's over here.
Okay. Just keep your eye on it.
It's behind the chair.
I know, I see this.
Yeah.
Fuck. No, it's underneath this now.
Turn it the chair.
Yeah. I think. Shine the light back here. Fuck.
Should use the attachment, dog.
I need like light back here. I can't. Can you just stand on the other side? Like just stand in front of the TV.
I think we should first get the ottoman out of the way.
Move that chair out of the way.
Get the ottoman out of the way.
Gonna make me do it.
It's right there.
I know, I see it.
Here.
I need light.
Oh, it's right there, it's right there.
Fuck, it's under the gaming chair.
At least we know where it is. It's right there, it's right there.
Where?
Right there. Did you get it?
I don't know.
No, it's on the side, right there, right there. Take the attachment off.
Ride in hell, fucker.
We just Mission Impossible that shit.
Alright, put this back. Tony, it's dead. Tony, stop. Tony, I just killed it. Put it back. Oh my god. Alright, because now you're gonna mess up the couch. Well, that was eventful. So where was I? Right, so great, now I'm gonna be like spooked all night. Alright, so so basically you had the three teams. You had the New York team, you had the, which consisted of like Iron Man, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, his partner, I think his name was like Harold, I forget. I didn't see the Doctor Strange movie, so I don't really remember like all the Doctor Strange related stuff. Yeah. And then there was also the then you had the what we're calling the Wakanda team, which had Vision, Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, Captain America, Black Panther, obviously if they're in Wakanda. He's gone. And Bucky, Winter Soldier, obviously has the missing arm, the vibranium arm. And then you had what we're calling the space team. The space team were the Guardians and Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor, basically. The whole thing on the teams. And then that's it. So after that, you know, each team has like their own mission to try to get a different stone or try to destroy a different stone or protect the stone. So the New York team is protecting the green stone, which I believe is the time stone. I'm still a little like iffy on the colors and the name of it. So that was that. And then the space team even splits up even farther into Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, Gamora, and Drax. And then, so that's like Space Team 1. And then Space Team 2 is Thor, Rocket Raccoon, and Groot. So they split up. Gamora is protecting the Reality Stone. The Wakandians, the Wakanda team is protecting, I think it was called the Life Stone. It doesn't sound right, but we're just going to call it the Life Stone, which obviously gives Vision, who's basically, so here's how I always say it. Vision is Jarvis. Vision is Jarvis in a body. Jarvis's mind. So, they're protecting that stone, and then New York has the Time Stone, Space Team 1 has the Reality Stone, and Wakanda team has the Life Stone, is what we'll call it, I guess. And alright, so basically throughout the movie, so then also Thor, prior to teaming up with the Guardians and finding and meeting the Guardians, the Tesseract, which is the I forget stone. I think it was called the Power Stone in the movie. The Power Stone. The Power Stone is inside the Tesseract. That's what's been inside the Tesseract all this time. So Loki dies in the process, and Thor like gets blown up into space, and that's how he meets the Guardians. So technically, between the two of them, they have like 2 stones that they knew about, because Gamora knew where the Reality Stone was, or the Soul Stone, something about like a soul for a soul or something. So anyway, so like actually neither of them had the stones. The only people who had stones were Vision and Doctor Strange. Technically Thor never had the Power Stone. Loki had it and then died. Spoiler alert. But I've already said that like 3 times, so it shouldn't come as a surprise. So there was that. And then Gamora actually didn't have, I think, the Soul Stone, the Reality Stone, whatever it was. I'm still like, I don't know what this thing is, guys. I'm sorry. So, let's see, where was I? Right. So basically, then in the process of Gamora attempting to protect the stone, you need to give up a soul to get a soul from the Soul Stone. So basically, Gamora's there because, you know, she wanted to protect Nebula, because Nebula was being tortured by Thanos, and he needs to sacrifice someone that he loves for the stone, and he chooses to sacrifice Gamora because she's there with him, and, you know, he's a fucking bastard. So, Gamora dies. Damn, I can really get that. So, Gamora dies in this process. So now, 2 people have died that actually... So, one person died who had a stone. The other person who died to get the stone. So, Thanos has like 2 stones, because he has 1 to start off the movie. Wow, they really updated this movie. And then he gets the 2nd stone because they open up the whole Loki, Thor, and Thanos scene with the Black League, which I don't remember what they call themselves, but whatever they do call themselves. So anyway, yeah. So the whole thing with the stones is like that. This was kind of my only problem with the movie. At the beginning, he had like 4 stones within like the first 45 minutes. So I was like, well, how is this going to play out? So then I'm like, all right, you know what? I gotta let me give it a chance, see how it goes. I am so glad. Because the way that like they worked this whole thing was just phenomenal. They were between the time stone and vision stone, the life stone. Like they were able to make the rest of the movie on it. It was phenomenal. So I really liked how they did that. Because at first it seemed like the movie was going by really fast, and then it's like, nah. That was a great play. 6. So there was that. Also, so more so surrounding Thanos, it was interesting because, you know, you're not really supposed to like the villain, but they gave Thanos these weird scenes almost where you kind of like had to like him. Like you kind of had to feel bad for him. And you were almost kind of like, oh wow, like I kind of get his mission now. Like I kind of understand this. But you're like, no, I can't do that. So like they made you love the person that you had to hate. And I think that's a really hard thing to do in films, is to like make you like someone that you're supposed to hate. Because usually you can hate someone you're supposed to love, like whether it be a personality or something. Like, there's always a reason to hate a protagonist. But to love an antagonist, I think that is something that not a lot of films can accomplish with certain characters. But I really do, like, they were able to do it here with Thanos, so I give them props, because that's really impressive. But it's not like they went out of their way to do it. Like it kind of just flowed with the movie. Like the Russo brothers just went with the flow, took a stab at it, and I think it worked out really well for them. So the other thing is, like, you really need to kind of make sure you know what happens in previous movies, especially the first Captain America movie. So I'm just going to go into a little bit of depth in that, and then I'll talk about my theory. So basically, jumping back to getting the Reality Stone, or the Soul Stone, with Gamora dying, they see a spirit, and it's not really like a spirit, it's just kind of someone who's like been there for a very long time, and they're wearing a hood. If you've ever seen Harry Potter, like, you know those demons? It kind of looked like a demon because it had like a ghost-like lower half, but then like a solid body and chest and head and everything. So you're like, oh wow, I wonder who it is. If it's anyone, maybe it's just like a figure. Like maybe it's nothing, maybe it's nobody. Sure enough, the hood gets removed. It's Red Skull, Hydra, throwback, all the way back to the first Captain America movie. Now, I have not seen the first Captain America movie in an extremely long time. So after the movie, I'm talking to my friends, I was like, what the hell? And they're all like, well, you know, it didn't really seem like he died in the first Captain America movie, because, shockingly enough, he attempts to possess it, sends him to this weird, it's not really an island, it's a planet. It's this planet where he, I guess, guards the Reality Stone, or knows enough about the Reality Stone. But technically, Red Skull was on this mission well before Thanos was. But Red Skull wasn't strong enough to possess this stuff, so he was forced to like go to this planet, and it's really interesting how they did it because you're not expecting Red Skull at all. Honestly, when I first saw him, I was like, oh, he's just gonna leave his hood on. Like, it's a nobody, it's a nothing. It's don't get your hopes up. And then he takes his hood off. It's Red Skull. You're like, what the fuck? It was one of those where you're just like completely baffled. You're like, that is not what I expected that to be. So that was another phenomenal job that the Russo brothers did, was incorporate, you know, a Phase 1 Marvel villain from, like, what was it, the fourth Marvel movie? The fourth overall Marvel movie, the fourth in Phase 4, and Phase 1 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, all the way into Avengers Infinity War. Like, so obviously it wasn't a huge role, but it was a role, and the fact that it was there in the first place was really interesting, and just it was really cool to see, you know, because you always want to try to like know movie relations and like who goes where, and just kind of like, even if you're not a big like follow the timeline specifically, that way you know every single thing that's happened, but you're just like, yeah, I go see the movies, I don't understand what's happening, but like sometimes you don't always draw the connections between the movies. Like that's kind of how I'm like, I don't always draw like themes or like that kind of stuff through movies. So like that stuff though, I'm like, whoa, hey, that's Red Skull, I know who that is. And Hydra, which is basically the first 2 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So let me talk about what happens in the end. We'll talk about the post-credit scene, and then we will talk about the theory my friends and I have come up with. So Thanos does wind up getting all 6 stones. Thor gets not a new hammer, but a new axe. So, shit, come on. So this is interesting because now Thanos has sent all of his weird alien goons to go attack Wakanda, where Vision's being held, the last stone he needs to possess. So at first, the Wakandian like tribes are holding them off, along with Cap, Falcon, the other Iron Man. I think his name's Carrie. Yeah, Carrie. So this part is interesting because you're like, holy shit, how are they going to take on all these people, or all these aliens, and then they wind up not being able to. So you're like, well, holy shit, what's going to happen? Then all of a sudden, Thor and the Guardians come in, minus Gamora, because Gamora's deceased. So they all come in, and Thor now has his hammer, and Thor's actually not the first thing to come in. It's not a hammer. I'm probably going to keep calling it that, but it's an axe. So he uses his axe, comes in like a beast, wipes out basically all the aliens, and then Thanos, everyone who is between the Wakanda tribe, the Wakanda superhero team, and the Wakanda super team and the space super team is knocked out, except for Thor. So Thor comes in with the axe, and the axe actually is stronger than all the stones, and he gets it right through his heart. So Thanos is looking at him dead in the eyes, and like he's kind of dying, you know, like the eyes are fading. He goes, should have went for the head, and he snaps his fingers. Now the whole movie, all everyone is saying is he can he can erase half the universe with a snap of his fingers. So now he snaps his fingers, and all of a sudden, Bucky goes, Steve, and he's disintegrating into like this. It wasn't dust. It was heavier. It was almost like cut up pieces of paper. And he disintegrates. Falcon disintegrates. Scarlet Witch disintegrates. Vision is like dead. So she's really like saying she doesn't have like that much info. She's like crying over Vision now being dead. Because Thanos stole the stone from his forehead. So he's Vision. So Scarlet Witch goes. Who else won? Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Mantis. I want to say Peter Quill, Star-Lord. And yeah, they're all just disintegrating. So the post-credit scene features Samuel L. Jackson, aka Nick Fury, and Colby Smulders, who's a SHIELD agent in the first Avengers, and I want to say the second Avengers she made an appearance. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if she made an appearance in the second Avengers in Age of Ultron. I want to say she did, not 110% sure. But anyway, so she and Samuel L. Jackson are in the car talking, and just like all of a sudden, a car in oncoming traffic like goes in their lane because they're going like they're in the city, so they're going opposite directions. So it swerves into their lane, and he hits the brakes. So Colby Smulders, I forget what her name in the movie is. So Samuel L. Jackson goes, "Is the person okay?" And she's like, "There's no one in the car," because they disintegrated. So then all of a sudden there's all this commotion of like people running around, people disintegrating, and Colby Smulders disintegrates. So Samuel L. Jackson pulls out a little doodad, a little thingy-majig, and starts typing something in. And then he starts disintegrating. He goes and then disintegrates, or at least his head disintegrates. So then we see what he was typing, and it says loading or sending, and then like some dots. And all of a sudden, it's the Captain Marvel logo, which was really cool to see. And at first, you're like, Hawkeye hasn't been in the whole movie. Where's Hawkeye? Hawkeye does not make an appearance, regardless of what people say. Everyone's like, I think even Jeremy Renner came out with this. He's like, oh, Hawkeye plays a part in the movie. No, he doesn't. Lies. Fake news. Don't believe it. Bullshit. So with that being said, I found it interesting that Ant-Man, Hawkeye, I don't think Wasp technically exists at this point. Shit, there was a fourth person that didn't make an appearance that everyone was kind of surprised about. Quicksilver is dead. Shit, I don't know what it was. Alright, regardless of who it was, anyway, so, I'm trying to remember this. Alright, well, anyway, so, then all of a sudden, these people are disintegrating, and yeah, so I was like really surprised. I was like, the Hawkeye, and everyone's like, no, that's Captain Marvel. So I was like, you know what? I don't know why, but I had a feeling they were going to try to incorporate Captain Marvel in this movie. And I was like, but the Captain Marvel movie that's coming out, I think 2019, next year, is set to take place in the 90s. So, if it takes place in the 90s, she should be alive for this. So I think this is actually a really nice setup for Captain Marvel, because you're gonna figure out, like, find out, like, where is she during all this, and how do we know she's not someone who wound up getting disintegrated? Uh, so obviously, like, everyone gets disintegrated, and their, like, ashes just fall to the ground. So I'm like, there's no way all of these characters are dead. So my friend Rob and I came to the determination that we think the stone sent them to an alternate universe. So they're not actually dead. So I can't remember, but I feel like I saw an interview with one of the Russo brothers where they said, yeah, Avengers 4 is not going to be anything like Infinity War. Like, it's going to have a totally different, like, thing. So at the end of the movie, it goes, Thanos will return, ... And I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense, because the next Avengers movie isn't set to have, it's not supposed to be related. So what the hell? And my friend Dylan goes, well, actually, the Russo brothers, like, nothing's actually been said about Avengers 4, because everyone's just so focused on Infinity War. I'm like, alright, that makes sense. So I have a feeling, we have a feeling, collectively as a group, that Avengers 4 is going to have all the characters that were disintegrated, and I don't want to say killed, because Gamora was killed, Loki was killed, and Vision, they were all killed. They're dead. You know that they are dead. But to have all of these characters disintegrated, like White Wolf, Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier, Scarlet Witch, Falcon, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, all these characters are also supposed to have their own, like, movies or sequels, especially Iron Man, I want to say Doctor Strange. So the MCU directors can only go one of two ways with this. One, Avengers 4 has to come out and you see all these people somehow alive again, like them being on a different planet. Or when they make their sequels, they now have to be in between the first movie and in between Infinity War. So now you kind of have to, like, keep jumping back in time with a whole shit ton of characters that just died. Supposedly they died, but we strongly do feel like that's our opinion is that they're alive somewhere. And then, so sort of like how we had our three teams, which kind of wound up getting split up into four teams. But we had our three teams, which were New York team, Wakanda team, and Space team. Space Team 1, Space Team 2.
I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it? Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shot. They start the drive with Peterson.
In Avengers Infinity War, we're going to wind up having two teams. We're going to have Team Earth and Team Other Universe, because we don't really know where they are. They may be in the same universe on a different planet. They may be on a totally different universe, totally different planet. Like, we don't know. So, until then, that's just what we're going to keep calling it. But this game actually went like a perfect time. I'm sorry Tony and I were like trying to kill that bug, but we really hate bugs. They're just like nasty, and I don't understand why like none of my friends have problems with bugs, but we do. But I hope that was entertaining for you guys, and I also hope you guys like enjoyed this. I hope you guys kind of now understand the movie more if you already saw it. If you didn't see it and you don't plan on seeing it, I hope at least, you know, hopefully like you learned a lot. We're going with Saquon. But yeah, so it was fun to watch. It was fun to go to. And damn, we're getting a lot of badges. And I'm actually really excited to see what the future Marvel Cinematic Universe has in stock for. This is who I was forgetting. Disintegrated. Black Panther disintegrated, and you know everyone wants him to have a second movie. So how is he supposed to have a second movie if he's dead? Supposedly dead. So then what I was thinking was, well, what you do is you do a throwback, and then you see how, well, even though Bucky Barnes killed T'Challa or T'Chaka, Black Panther's father, you can now instead look at, so then the post-credit scene of Black Panther is Bucky Barnes being helped by T'Challa's sister, Black Panther's sister. Well, why? Wouldn't you be pissed off if someone killed your father? So why are you helping them out? So I was telling my friends, I think Black Panther 2 should be like a throwback to how they formed the relationship of how they're friends. Because personally, I would not be friends with someone who killed my father. So I just think, oh my god, I need 50 of these. Holy shit, I need like a whole bunch of Saquons. What did I get myself into? I just want the really good Saquon. Oh. Alright, well, that's a shame. Alright, but yeah, so anyway, guys, that's going to end off this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys really did enjoy the whole update, you know, the whole movie review. If you guys did like, make sure you guys, you know, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. If you guys want to talk about the movie, spoilers are welcomed in the comments. You have been warned. Spoilers in the video, spoilers are now going to be in the comments. If you want to talk about it, I'm more than happy to strike a conversation with you guys about the movie. Just, you know, drop a comment. Make sure you guys subscribe. That way you guys don't miss future movie reviews and, you know, just future videos, uploads, activity in general. And, yeah, so make sure you guys tell your friends and family. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice night, guys. Peace out.